Hello everybody, my name is Brian Kelly and welcome back to Talk of the Town. We have a great show for you today. I'm over in East Milton with Nancy Lattanzio.
That's it. That's very good.
Now Nancy, you have a organic landscape company, is that correct?
Right.
And what is the name of that organic landscape company?
Well, it's Lattanzio Landscapes. It's a big challenge for everyone, so thanks for giving me the chance to say it out loud.
That was creative, Lattanzio Landscaping.
That was very creative, I know.
Now we're here at one of your creations, aren't we, today?
Yes, we are. This is a garden that we put in 2005, so you get a chance to see a somewhat mature garden. And we did a lot of things here that really improved things to make it much more enjoyable for the homeowners. When we first got here, this was all cobblestones and weeds and nothing in the backyard but lawn. And now we have a sort of a bunch of rooms that you can move through and a lot of color for people.
Now you're an organic landscape company, right?
Yes, we are.
Now help people understand what that means.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of confusion over organic these days.
Well, I mean, in some respects, it's just good horticultural practices. A lot of the things that you did in conventional gardening, it turns out, are not so good. When we do organic gardening, a lot of what we do is build the soil. We start with the soil because, as it turns out, the soil science now shows us that the soil is really alive.
Soil science, I like that.
Soil science,
This
yeah.
is unbelievable.
There's all kinds of creatures in there, invisible to the eye, that help build the soil. So what we do in organic garden is we build the soil so the soil can feed the plants. No chemical fertilizers, no synthetic pesticides or fertilizers of any kind. And you can go around this garden, you can see what kind of results that can get you.
Now, did they used to have grass here?
They had cobblestones. It was sort of a semi-parking area here.
Oh, cobblestone. You don't have to mow that. That's
right,
pretty
right.
easy.
Cobblestones and weeds. That's what they had.
So you remove the cobblestone and
We
you
took
built
out
up
the cobbles.
and you built up the soil and got those little creatures working for you.
We did, and the other thing that we tried to do here, which we try to do in a lot of our gardens, is come up with alternatives to wall-to-wall lawn. This was, a lot of people would just have a little small lawn here, which could be fine, but instead they've got a front entry garden. So every day when they come home, they get to walk through and see the flowers. And the service that we offer is different from a lot of
landscape company.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted to talk to Lattanzio Landscape, because we were looking for something unique for our Milton viewers.
Right. I mean, a lot of people do trees, a lot of people do lawns. We kind of do the middle layer, the ornamentals, the perennials, the vegetable gardens, and the shrubs in the middle. And we do it on an ongoing basis, because a lot of companies come in and they install, and then that's it. But we take care of the garden throughout the season.
The homeowner kills it.
The homeowner kills it, and then we get a phone call, which is good. No.
So you do like, so you design.
Right.
Then you install, and then you maintain?
Right, but we'll also maintain gardens that we didn't design,
DIM.
DIM?
Design, install, maintain.
DIM. I don't know if I like that, but...
Okay, I don't think she's going to use that, folks. Just an idea.
Just an idea.
Well, it looks very nice. Now, folks at home, we're still a little early in the season. It's May 1st. It's May Day.
It's May 1st, yeah.
May 1st, and you can see what kind of tree is this?
This is a red bud tree, which will flower probably this week sometime, and then it comes out with beautiful, big...
blue buds?
It has yeah, right, a blue bud tree. It has big heart-shaped red leaves that are very pretty all through the season.
Okay.
And the thing that's nice is that a lot of people don't have time to take care of their garden, but they want to have a nice garden. And so, what the clients tell us is that they like to come home, go in the backyard, and see what's gorgeous and blooming out there, and then they just get a chance to sit and relax, and they get sort of transported to another place. So if you don't have time...
What place is that?
The other place.
Well, folks, you really should talk to this person
It's
because
not
you
like
can be transported.
But it's pretty close, actually.
I told you, folks, it was going to be a special show. Okay, so we're going to go out back and take a look out there and see what you've done back there. And again, folks, some of the plants aren't totally mature yet, so we apologize. A couple of days from now, some of them would be in bloom out back, but we had to keep moving. Time is going. People are getting ready. They're getting their gardens going. It's early,
right?
And this is the time. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, Nancy. Nancy, this is another part of the house. We're over in East Milton, and we're going to talk about, what do you call, box plants or something?
Container plantings.
Container plantings,
Yeah.
okay. And who do you have with you over here?
This is Kathy Joyce. She's our crew leader. We have a great staff at the company. We have people like Kathy who are trained horticulturists who've gone through certification in
You're
organic gardening.
A trained horticulturist.
Oh, okay.
And Kathy's the crew leader. She takes care of the day-to-day operations of the gardening business.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Kathy, you know anything about box plants?
I do. These are container plants that we've done. And
I just gave a little view of them. You could just do one little scan. My father's over in the camera. Papa, just scan over and look at those plants and then come back to us. And you can talk about that while he's doing that.
yes, so container plants are wonderful to have at your home because they're easy to maintain. Some people are overwhelmed by the thought of a garden,
Bring it
so
back now, Papa.
we could also do container gardens for you. You don't have to worry too much about weeds. Watering would be the big thing that you would have to keep up on, but
What kind of plants are they?
we have pansies in here and some lamium.
Lamium?
Lamium.
Okay.
We do.
Never
This
heard of
is
those.
just one example, though. You can do so many different kinds.
Are these annuals or perennials? And what is the
Both.
difference for those viewers at home that just tune into Talk of the Town for all their knowledge?
An annual is good for the year. It won't come back next year. It can't tolerate the cold winters. The perennials do come back on a perennial basis. Every year they
So
will come
landscape
back.
people like the annuals because it's like a new sale every
Right,
year.
yes.
right?
Sale every year,
I
yeah.
it's just checking, you know?
Yeah, that's like the mulch sales. It's like a lot of people think that gardening is mulching. Every year we truck in all the mulch, and that's it. We've gardened for the year. So.
Okay, so when you designed this, the person wanted to soften off the driveway area,
Right.
soften it up. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, and the other thing that's great about annuals is that they bloom for most of the season, so they're a great way to have color right through the season.
But now, what happens in the fall?
In the
It's all
fall,
gone.
yeah, these just
It's
die
over.
back.
It's
And
over.
sometimes we do fall containers for people too. There's a whole round of fall plants that would be appropriate for the containers as well.
Now, so people could hire your company like yours to come in, set these things up, and then to maintain them. That's the main thing, right?
Right, and also people who have newly installed landscapes. A lot of people spend a lot of money on a new landscape. The stuff starts to grow, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What am I supposed to do with these plants?" So if you've made that kind of investment, you might want to think about having somebody come in and help you take care of it.
All right, well, we're going to walk down the pathway into the back now. Okay, come over, Nancy. Now we're over in the backyard or the side yard, and so what was here before?
Well, the deck was here before, but
The deck's still here.
the deck, yes, the deck was here originally, and we put in this wall from found materials. Basically, these slabs of granite were down in a corner in the backyard. So
I'm missing some of this stuff from my yard. You did find some.
yes, we did.
I like that. It's from found material.
We're really creative.
Wherever
that
we
way.
can find it,
Wherever we
it's
can
material.
find it.
Okay, I like that. Found material.
And then we had they had done a veneer on their chimney inside, so we had some leftover round stone. So we put the wall together and put in this border of mixed shrubs and perennials, which blooms all throughout the season. And they have a great view of it from their kitchen table right there. And there are some plants that bloom along the deck, so when they're sitting on the deck, they can enjoy the yard here. So this is a nice little area for the family when they're just a small group. They tend to gather on this side.
This is the small group side.
The small group room.
Ah, okay. All right, good. Well, then we're going to take a walk around the corner. Okay, hold on, folks. Okay, Nancy, we're in the backyard, and We got some good shots coming in. I think it's a beautiful place. So you designed the whole patio area?
Yes, we did. We opened up the deck was closed before, and we opened up, put some stairs on here so they could have access to the.
You do stairs
area.
too?
Yeah, we do it all.
No, so you recommended the stairs the way it's laid out and everything?
Yes, I did. And we have subcontractors that work with us. So we have carpenters and masons, and we put the patio in and the water feature. And
Okay, slow down. My cameraman is still on the deck.
okay.
Come back over here, Papa. He's working around. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And so one of the things that I thought I could talk to you about now is a way to think about lawns. A lot of our properties have a lot of lawn, and as part of an organic approach, we try not to make something be what it can't really be. I can show you a picture.
Like green and lush?
Exactly. Exactly. And I can show you a photograph of what this area looked like before we started, and they tried to have wall-to-wall lawn.
I'm going to put this up so the cameraman, focus in on that for a second, Papa. All right, now you talk about that. I'm going to put that print on the computer. You're going to give me a JPEG of that, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
yeah.
so now you talk about, this is the before.
And they had lawn, they were attempting to grow lawn from wall to wall back here, but it's a really tough place for lawn. There's big maples overhead and a lot of root area, so a full lawn to the fences was never going to be successful here. So what we did instead was we've made the lawn a lot smaller, and then just added planting beds all around. The things in the planting beds are able to compete with the tree roots, and so it's just much lower maintenance. Whenever you try to take something and make it be what it doesn't really want to be, you're increasing your maintenance by doing that. So this is
We have that challenge with our teenagers.
Exactly. I think all growing things share that.
Okay. All right. So what you did, you reduced the amount of lawn.
Right.
You made more planting beds. What do you call it? Is
We
that
made
what-
more planting beds, and there's plenty of space. They have grandchildren here, plenty of space for kids to play, just enough lawn. And
Now it's an organic lawn. Is that correct?
it's an organic
Now
lawn.
what's the difference between an organic lawn? So you tell me no pesticides, basically.
Yeah. I want to say something about that because it's
Go ahead,
really.
say it.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
I was hoping you would.
You know, these chemicals that people put on their lawn, like weed killers, like 2,4-D, some of these ortho products that you see, they're really potent stuff, and they've been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and endocrine disorders. And if you just think about how many chemicals you put in the yard year after year, it really is a lot, and it's not really healthy for people to be around. You know the little skull and crossbones on those little yellow lawn signs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason that they put those on there.
Stay away from this lawn.
Stay away, keep your pets away.
It looks good, but don't touch.
Well, it does. That's one of the things that's difficult is you get a quick green up with synthetic fertilizers, and with organic treatments, it's a slower process. But you have to kind of think about the bigger garden that you're part of. You know, do you have to have a lawn that has not one weed in it? What is the cost of that? So what we do organically for lawns like this one here is we aerate them every year, and we top dress them with compost, and that provides most of the fertilizer that they need for the year. And then after that, it's kind of what we call your cultural practices. You want to mow high. You want to let the lawn grow.
Mow high so that
mow
more
high.
moisture gets in. Is that right? The hole retains the moisture?
The roots grow deeper.
So you need
And
less
then-
water.
Exactly. So you need less water. See, these ideas are
Stronger
in the mainstream
roots.
now. You know.
So
And
is it true now? So someone who has a real chemically fed lawn,
Right.
it's almost like having your lawn on intravenous.
It is. It's like
and then
you're-
once you cut the intravenous,
yeah.
instant death.
You want to get your lawn off the junk, basically. You do, but it's hard to do it right away. You need to give it that compost because those little critters I was telling you about before, those soil
Oh yeah, those
animals,
little invisible creatures.
yeah, the chemicals kind of kill those things off. So it takes a while for them to build up again after you
Skull and
stop.
crossbones. If they had heard us, what do
Right.
you think they're going to do to those little guys? Okay, hold on one second, Nancy. Over here.
These are plantings of azaleas and rhododendrons, familiar plants here, but they do really well in our climate, and they do really well in this light. It's kind of a shady garden. And so that's actually a Mother's Day azalea, blooming a little bit early this year. And we have magnolia trees and
Well, I have a magnolia tree in my house. Now, there's two types of magnolia trees, are there not?
there's
Like
a couple at least, yeah.
A couple? Okay.
Yeah. And these little bright green plants in the foreground, those are ornamental grasses, which are great for
These ones here that I'm looking at, is that right?
Yeah.
Ornamental grasses?
It's called a Japanese forest grass.
Okay.
And it's really low maintenance. If people don't want to have a lot of care of the garden, grasses are a fantastic way to go.
Milton residents like to have to spend a lot of time in their gardens.
Well, if they're pretty, then they should. And
Now
so
we're on the left there.
these against the fence here, which we were trying to arrange them to bloom for today, but unfortunately they didn't cooperate. Those are viburnums. They have a very pretty flower.
Am I pointing at them?
Go up.
Go up.
Yeah, the tall ones.
Those,
Zoom out. Yeah.
they look like trees.
Yeah, they get pretty big. They're a tall shrub and they bloom with gorgeous white flowers, and then in fall they have really pretty red foliage. And they're right here. They're serving as a kind of a privacy screen
Oh, I see. Okay.
for the neighbor's garden.
So, folks, you know, we're a little early in the season. They've just reseeded the lawn, so it's not as thick and lush as you'd like, but it's only May 1st, so.
And if you look back at the before pictures of the garden, you can see what
All right, why don't
they
we
had
show us a before? Just throw that right in front of the camera. Go ahead. Okay.
Okay, so again, you can see how the lawn was going right up to the house and was really patchy and dry. And we put a lot of compost and loam here, and now they have like a couple of seating areas that they can go to. It's a great space for entertaining.
Wow, it really changed the look, didn't it? Not bad for 1995. Very nicely folks, if you just tuned in, this is Brian Kelly, Talk of the Town. We're talking with Nancy Lattanzio from Lattanzio Landscapes, and she has an organic gardening landscape company here in Milton, and she specializes in, of course, the organic side of things. Now, you design, you also install, and you maintain.
Exactly, yeah.
I won't say dim.
No, we're not going to say dim. We're
Okay.
going to come up with a better one than that.
And
but,
so, what motivated you to get into this business?
well, you know, like a lot of people, I grew up with a vegetable garden at home. My father was always a tomato grower, competing with the guys who could get their tomatoes ripe fastest. And I think a lot of people learn.
Did you make the fresh spaghetti sauce with the tomatoes?
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, and I think a lot of people learn gardening from their parents. They see the joy that their parents take in it, and it becomes a part of their life.
I learned from my parents.
Yeah.
You should see my yard. I'm the before picture.
You're the before picture. And then later in my life, I had been working actually at Channel 2 for years. I worked as a book editor there, and I worked on some Victory Garden projects. Okay. And I sort of got reacquainted with my love of gardening, and after that went to landscape design school and have been doing this for about 10 years and really love it.
Nice. And you have a website?
We have a website.
Why don't you tell the folks at home how to reach your website?
Lattanziolandscapes.com. And you can go on that site and see some of the other projects we've designed and learn more about our gardening services.
Is there a phone number they might use for those folks that don't have web access?
617-962-3235.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And so any other suggestions for folks about the time of year? When should they be calling you? Is it too late this season?
You know, if you're calling now, you're probably talking about a fall installation, but for gardening services, we're available anytime. You know, when the weeds start to gang up on you, give us a call, or if you decide that you want to have some more color and the garden's looking kind of dull, just give us a call.
I remember growing up, our neighbor went to sell their home. Obviously, they lived beside us. They wanted to get out of there quick. And so they went to sell their home, and they were having trouble. No one was interested. And then they brought in a landscape company, and they transformed. They trimmed the trees back, and that house sold like that. So any suggestions for people that have a house on the market or something?
Sure.
Should they call you? Can you bring in some already blooming plants and make it look like they've been there for a while?
Well, you know, you can help to stage a property for a sale
Stage your property?
Yeah, sure, by
like
bringing in a lot of color and just some basic maintenance. You know, some pruning. We do pruning as well. Does a lot to make the house look maintained. If they see that the yard's maintained, then gives them a good feeling about the house, right?
Well, that worries me. Okay. But that's.
Well, call us, Brian. Maybe you should give us a call.
I think I should call you. All right, and then if I'm the type of person that just doesn't want to do it myself,
right? I
mean, I love the look of gardens, but I don't want to be out on my hands and knees in the dirt all the time. So you come like by every 2 weeks or every month? Or,
Right. Most of our customers
or
have
can I
us
stretch
come.
it like when I want to stretch my haircut? You know, I
Yeah.
can go a little longer to save money.
It's up to you. You know, how good do you need it to look? You know, if you want it to look perfect, we'll have us come every month. But some people have us come and do spring and fall cleanups and maybe some mid-season pruning. So we'll work with you, you know, however you need.
Nice. Okay. Well, listen, we have a crew here. I want a crew to come into the shot. Come on. I got Ed, my father's here. This is his first shoot, and come on out here, Papa. Take your headphones off. The camera will follow you, so you got to come into the shot. Come over here, Kathy.
Brian, you never listened to me when you were growing up.
This is Kathy Joyce. Say hello, everyone. Hello again, Kathy.
Hello again, Kathy.
Papa, say hello. Hello. Papa, you're not in the shot. Come over here. You got to get closer. Come over here, Jimmy Joyce, Hawaiian man.
Hello.
This